Hello, it's Erin, and I thought that I would turn the camera on and do a little stationery chat with you. Um, I had planned on posting a video today, and I filmed a Hobonichi Weeks flip that I don't know why, but it just didn't feel right. Who knows? I might post it later on, and I probably will, or film another one, because I think what it is I just rambled too much, which I think is fine for a stationary flip. Not a stationary flip, a stationary chat where I'm literally just chatting with you. But for a flip, I think people want to see, just like, I don't know, stay on task. That's how I feel. And I did not stay on task. So in this video, let me just warn you, there's not one task. I'm just going to show you some things and talk to you. And I'm going to start by putting some ink in these, refilling these couple of pens. And just chatting. So, how are you? Today's been a weird day for me. I am fine. Everything's fine. I just am having a blah day. And I just feel kind of icky. Not health-wise, but like just in my soul. I don't know what it is. I feel like I've been slimed on by I guess marketing in my... Okay, let me just ask you this. Like, when people sell things to you in a way that feels a little bit less than honest, do you feel slimed? Like, and usually it wouldn't bother me just because I don't have to pay attention to it. Because, you know, they're just marketing to everybody. But this was an instance in which I was trying to cancel something, and the person, the business, someone I trust and like really like a lot, but she sent a video saying, hey, so-and-so just told me you want to cancel. And I was like, I know you did not just stop your day and film this video for me. Like, I know that this is a video you send to every single person who tries to cancel. Which is fine if you do that, but just be honest about it. Like, just say, hey, I'm sorry you want to cancel. Like, is there anything we can do to help or change or whatever? That's fine. But I think because it was the dishonesty. It was like, don't tell me that you just stopped to film this. And if you did, then use my name. And I'm talking to you about this because I don't know if it is applicable to many of you, but if you do have a business, even a tiny little business, I feel like it's just really in everyone's best interest if you're just upfront and honest about things, right? I don't know. I'm so sorry. I keep clearing my throat. I'm just having some issues. So let me tell you what I'm using here. This is a Lamy Safari in the macaron blue, light blue, I think, something like that. And the ink is from Perpetual Plume in New Orleans, moss green, which I am pretty sure that they don't have this green anymore, or maybe they do. I actually bought this at Perpetual Plume on my honeymoon back in 2014. So, yeah. So there's a good chance that they don't sell this anymore. I did not like it for a long time because it was really light, but then, and I tended to always use a, like an extra fine, but is this a fine? Yeah, this is a fine, but it writes pretty wet and it looks really nice in there. And then this is my first fountain pen that I got in 2013. and it is a Lamy All-Star, I think aluminum maybe, or what is it, graphite? I don't know, it's been too long, but this is the only one I had for a while, maybe a year or so. And then I bought a Lamy Safari, the charcoal one. I think it's like one that everybody has. It's like kind of black. And I used that pen almost exclusively with Noodler's Bulletproof Black all through grad school. Like I took almost every note down with that pen, and I loved that pen. I never use this one anymore because I had that one, and I think what it was that the texture of it, because it was kind of like this one, the texture was more matte and it had a little bit more roughness to it, and it helped me hold on to the pen for long writing sessions. Whereas this one is really slick, and so my hand would get clammy real fast and I wouldn't be able to hold onto the pen, which is kind of gross, sorry, but true. And anyways, I had that pen all through grad school, which I graduated in 2018, so a few years ago. And then I had it living, here in Savannah. And I lost it, or it was taken from me somewhere. I mean, I probably just left it somewhere, but then somebody picked it up and decided that they were gonna keep it because I think I left it at church. I don't know. I didn't really go too many places at that point. So either it just dropped out of my bag, or it was picked up by somebody. And so this is the Sailor Mano Haha ink, which is really beautiful. And this is also a fine nib, and this nib has been, I think that maybe I did on both of these, I kind of ground them down a little bit on some fine not sandpaper, but like an emery board, because they felt a little rough to me, and that could have been just my mishandling of them. But they write nicely now. So since I'm going ahead and show you I'm going to show you my pen collection because it's very small. It's big enough for me. I think it's plenty big, but I just am not super fancy about it. I think I have 4 Lamy, 3 Safaris, and then the All-Star. Truth be told, I could probably get rid of this one and not miss it because I'm just not a huge fan of the color. But this is my 3rd fountain pen that I got after the black one. I got it because I loved the black one so much, and it's like very similar, but I just never fell in love with it because of the color. And so, but it's here, and this is I think this is my newest, and I got it for the same reason, and because the color is a color that I love, but it's still fairly new and I haven't really warmed up to it yet. But I might eventually get rid of this one. If you are like super into purple and are interested, then send me a message and maybe we can work something out. This is my only TWSBI. It's in Echo Tea, and this is Kakuno, something like that. Here's a Pilot Prera, and I have this one. I have this Kaweco, what is that? Perkio, I think. And one more, I'm missing one pen. A Kaweco brass pen in a fine nib, and that completes my collection. This is probably, I think this is the most expensive one. And the cheapest one is this one. But I keep this one inked up with platinum carbon ink, the black, to draw with, and I love it. And so far it hasn't clogged on me. I think it's like, I use it pretty often, so I haven't had the trouble with the clogging, which that ink does tend to, I guess, cause that trouble. But this pen is pretty cheap. It's about $10, and I don't mind if I ruin the pen over time, because I could replace it pretty easily. But it is very good for drawing and writing. I really like it. I really like this pen. Yeah, so I can show you what I have them inked with. Let's see here. Here we go. This is my current ink selection. Yeah, I don't know. So it's kind of a muted fall, like maybe more colorful for fall than most people, but for me, kind of, I don't know. These are my colors. I love these colors. So even if I might change a little bit in different seasons, but those are my colors and I love them. They might stay like that for a long time. I don't know. I do like having different colors in my pens because, I'll just do this super quick, because I like to keep things like real colorful and fun. I don't really color code things. It's funny because I think that the way that I visualize my page when I'm writing it out is sometimes it's just what is the closest pen to me, but other times it's like, okay, I've got a lot of green here. I'm gonna bring in some other colors down here, and I'm gonna balance it out with this other color. Or I want something to stand out, so I'm gonna use a different color. So in a way, I think about the pages of my planner and also other pages in my journals and stuff as almost like paintings, and that I am balancing out colors, and I have a color palette, and that's just the way I naturally work. It's not really something I think about. I guess I think about it a little bit, but see, this is a season where I just used my ballpoint pen because that's what I was feeling. So, yeah. I'll do a proper flip of that soon. So that's my pens. A few weeks ago, I did, sorry if that's noisy. A few weeks ago, I did a kind of a catch up with like what I was using at the time, as far as like what, yeah, I think I just wanted to do a check-in because things were about to change. And so if you're interested in that, I'll link that video. I'm gonna real quick show you what other things are in my pen pouch. I don't need two of those. Okay, so this is scissors, glue stick. This is a pocket brush pen. Is it Pentel? Pentel, yeah. Nice big brush on that. Use that for lettering sometimes drawing. This is a Pentel Touch, which is also a brush, more fine and more of a hard tip. Easier to use, really. This is just a little highlighter, fine tip, but I love this color. I don't know. Anyway, so I ordered this beautiful pouch from Mitts, Stationery Selection, and along with a couple other things. Let me go ahead and tell you. I got some jewelry for my TN. I had ordered this from Baumkuchen, the Be the Light, excuse me, Be the Light, and then I ordered the star from the Superior Labor. I ordered it from Mitts, the Stationery Selection. I just thought those were a good pairing, and I love it. Makes me so happy. Actually, I feel like this star was sold out a lot of the places in the US, so I was glad to find that Mitts still had it in her shop. And being the sweetheart that she is, she sent me a few little goodies, like some stickers and stuff, which I was so overjoyed and grateful for. And she sent me this pen, which is the Energel Clina Pentel. Where is it? Energel Clina. I don't know if you can see that. In brown ink. And it's pretty nice. I like it's so I think it's 0.3 maybe. Yeah. So it's very fine and it's nice. Writes well. Here's a mechanical pencil in 0.5. It's also Pentel. Apparently I'm really a Pentel lover. I didn't even know. Graph Gear 500. This is a glue pen that I bought, I think maybe at like Daiso or someplace like that when I lived out in the Pacific Northwest. I have no idea where you would get this. And then this is this next year, 2022, Hobonichi pen, which is a Jetstream, I believe. This is a bullet pencil that I stuck a black wing in, and this belonged to my husband's grandfather, I think. So I love that. Oh, and I also keep this in there. It's the Travelers Company brass ballpoint pen, which I use a lot. I love this thing. So those are the things that I use most often. And all this stuff, look at how much this is. I feel like that's a lot of stuff, and it all fits in this little bag so nicely. Let me show you. Just gonna stick it in there. And this is pretty much everything I need. I mean, I have scissors, I have glue, and my fountain pens. Cool, right? Oh, I want to tell you about something. This is gonna be really random video, but we're just hanging out, right? So I wanted to tell you about something that I haven't set up yet, but I'm very excited about, so I'm not gonna keep it a secret. I'm just gonna tell you. So I ordered this from Yuseika Stationery a while, maybe like a month ago, right around the time we were doing like Hobonichi orders. And it is Midori One Day, One Page in A5 size. I'll just open it up to show you, just in case you haven't seen this. I don't know how long they've been making this. Maybe this is the second year. I feel like maybe last year was the first year, but I could be very wrong about that. Maybe it's the third. I don't know. But it is this notebook. It has kind of this, I guess, like a plasticky cover on it, white, or that off-white cream color. But the binding is pretty nice, and it says 2022 on it. And has that. So Midori notebooks are my favorite. I mean, I do love Tomoe River paper. I love Hobonichi. I love, you know, like the Travelers Company insert standard size. Like, I love all those things, but like, I think my heart is here. And part of the reason is because of the the color of the paper and the design, everything that they make is so nice. It's pretty and simple, minimal, but like nice. I don't know. And I like the paper quality a lot. Like I really, really love writing on it. It's a story of 2022 here, and has calendars, 2022, 2023, and then it goes into monthlies for starting in December and then going through, let's see, probably December. There's a January. Okay, so it goes through January 2023. I love the simplicity of these and how much space there is on the page. That just is so beautiful. And then it goes into daily pages that they're not dated, and they have these lines where there's a time written out from 8 to 24. So I guess 8 in the morning to midnight. And then you have some extra lines down here. There are some lines, like, I don't know if you can see that on the edge of the page, maybe for helping you mark things off if you want to do some more like bullet journal-y type things in here. I don't know. And that's it for the book. There's a whole bunch of those pages. More than 365, I think. I can't remember how many, maybe 3. I don't know, somewhere at least enough for the entire year. And then to be continued, 2023. Okay, so what I am using this for is, okay, let me back up. I love the idea of a 5-year journal, and I've not bitten the bullet on it for a couple of reasons. One reason is because I waited too long and they were sold out last year. But the other reason is because when I do find them, I never really love what's on the page. And so what I mean is the way they're laid out. Often, I think pretty much all the time, there are blocks, there's spaces for writing, and there's lines. There are lines, and I don't know if the Hobonichi is gridded, but whenever I look at those pages, I'm not pleased with them, and I'm super picky about my pages. And I like grid, okay, but not ruled. I don't like ruled paper. And so it felt, what the main thing for me is just being confined. I don't like feeling confined to a little box. That kind of makes me not want to write. And that's just me. I'm kind of particular about these things. And so I was thinking about it, and I was like, okay, what can I do that would be a similar thing, but it would be more me? And so there is, I will link below, because I feel like I'm probably going to butcher her name. I did not look it up. I don't have it in front of me, but there's a woman named Laura, it just escaped me. I'll put it up. You see it. So I've been following her on Instagram for quite a long time. I don't know how long, but she makes these perpetual journals with her botanical drawings. And I think what she does is she goes out in her yard and outside, and she draws what she sees. And she has a notebook, and it's different than this, but it's like, you know, I think it's like a 52-page notebook with probably watercolor paper or something. And on that week, so it could be like the second week of October, she'll draw a doodle of a flower, or drawing, they're beautiful drawings of something. And so then the next year she'll draw something else that she saw on her walk or whatever that week on the same spread. And so throughout the years, it just builds up this beautiful multi-layered sketchbook of what is around her at that time of the year. And so I love botanical drawing, but that's not what I do I don't want to start another project that is separate from what I'm already doing. I want to bring something into what I am already working on and what I want to do and what I want to record. And so for me, that is my family, my daily life, my artistic practice, what I'm reading, what I'm working on. That's what I'm interested in having in a perpetual journal. So this is a little bit like it's a little bit of a stretch in that I have to, I have these monthly pages that are dated 2022, and it says, it says these things about 2022, and it says 2022 on the back. But I'm just gonna kind of not ignore those things, but that's just gonna be the first year, and then I'll continue to add to these pages. So I don't know, I just opened up sort of to the middle. Let's say that this is a page in June. This is June 17th and 18th. So this year on June 17th, I'll, draw or write a little something anywhere on the page. And then the next year I'll come back to it and do something else anywhere on the page. And I'll just put a little number like 22, 21, not 21. That's this year, 2023. But I could start it right now. I can start it any time, and it's not limited to 5 years. I might have this journal for, 20 years. Who knows? Where I'll just keep adding to it, and I might, put in a little recipe that I made for my family, or I could put in some, I don't know, drawings of something that we saw. Anything. I'm drawing a blank, but I think you probably get the idea. I do like that there will be one page for every day instead of doing a spread for a week, because I think that will give me more freedom to use it for longer, and also it just gives me more space to feel free to do some longer things if I want to. And also about that is that I don't really have to write every day, because I feel like this is going to be something ongoing for a really long time. And so if I miss a few days, I'm just going to keep on picking it up where I am. And then, next year more of the pages will be filled in. So I view this as like a super long-term project. And because of that, I'm not going to put anything that builds up any bulk in it. Even I'm going to try really hard not even to put washi tape and stickers and stuff like that, even though that's going to be really hard for me. I think that what's best is that it's just completely my own drawings and writing, and that's it. I won't have any other restrictions as far as what I write with, colors. I can, it really doesn't matter. I'm not going to color code by year. I am not that type of person. I would never be successful at doing something like that, because you already saw my Hobonichi weeks. I do a different color every 5 minutes. So I'm super excited about this project. I will, before the beginning of the year, and maybe even sooner, go through and date all of this. And I might do it very subtly in pencil, so that if I feel like it, I can come in here and, hand letter something fancy with the date on whatever day I want to do that, because I can just erase the original date or leave it or whatever. So yeah. Anyways, there's not much to see here, but I hope that you get the gist of the idea and that makes sense. I am very excited. I love the idea of having a 5-year journal. And I'm really happy that I found an alternative that I think is going to suit me. I think that that's really important when you buy a new book, because this was pretty pricey. This book is around $50, which is a lot for a journal. It's very well made. I trust Midori. You know, I know the binding is going to last a long time. I can cover it with something else. I'm not really a huge fan of this cover, the plasticky off-white cover. I'll probably get a leather cover for this at some point, but other than that, I mean, the inside is gorgeous. I mean, it's beautiful. And I don't mind, these lines are very subtle, and I can cover them up, or I can use them for lists, and it's fine. Yeah, that doesn't bother me. So anyways, I hope I didn't ramble on too long about that. But that is something I'm really excited about. I have yet to decide what I'm gonna do for I just looked at it's 31, we're 31 minutes in now, unless I can edit some of it out. So I'm not going to talk much longer, but I'll just show you what I've got in here, which I think I just did in my other video, but I'll tell you what I'm thinking about. So this is my commonplace book. I just write down quotes, also not color-coded, also not in any order at all, but because the way I do things, the way I write things down, I think I can kind of remember sort of where things are, because every page looks different. So that's gonna stay the same. I'm not halfway through this insert yet, so that's probably gonna last me all of 2022. This is my current journal, long form journal, and I have I want to say at least a quarter of this insert. This is the light, the 013, like Tomoe River paper one. So I hope to finish that this year and start a new one for the new year. And this is the thing that I'm really not sure what I'm going to do, if I'm going to take this out or keep it. So I have this vertical weekly insert that I was doing some kind of logging, and I didn't keep up with it very well. And then I started trying to do this thing called what I call tending, and it's just anything that I'm like that's feeding my soul, anything that I'm taking in. Maybe not, it says low key, so just anything that I am taking in. I mean, not that doesn't feed my soul. I really loved that show. So, but it's not all, I guess what I mean is it's not all, oh, you know, like learning or deep meditative stuff. I don't know. It's just what is happening. And I fell off for a while, and I started using it to keep track of work stuff, like stuff I'm working on for my shop. And this week this is the 5th today, I'm trying to go back to that original like tending thing, because I'm trying to see if it'll work, because if it'll work, I can maybe put some things in here that I have homeless ideas or needs. I have things that I want to do, and I'm not sure where to do them in my system right now. And so I'm trying to see if this will work, and I have a few months to figure it out. So that's what's happening there. still going strong in my Hobonichi cousin. Very excited about moving to the A6. I often will have just pages that are not finished, and that is okay. Well, it's sort of okay. It does bother me a little bit, but it's still okay. So that's what's happening in there. I wasn't using the weeklies for a long time, but then I started using them for notes and work stuff because I have a, what is it called? It is a take a note planner in the A5 size coming to me for the use, the specific job of keeping all of my business, like job notes, my artwork, all that stuff in, because at the moment this is my main planner and it's awesome. I love it, but it's not very big, and so it's hard to do detailed things in here, like long lists and stuff, and I put some in the back, but I'm ready for more. I'm ready for like a real kind of messy, like dig in deep planner. I don't know if I want to show you anything else, simply because this is already a very long video and I don't want to bore you to tears, but let me know if you enjoy this type of video and if I should do more like this, because I certainly don't mind it. I just don't want to bore you, really. I don't want, yeah, that's pretty much it. So anyways, let me know if this is the kind of thing you like to listen to and what else you want to see from me. Often when I get the chance to film a video, I feel a little bit rushed because I don't know how long I have alone in the house, and it's pretty much when I can film now is when I'm alone, because you saw what happened with my daughter and it was fine, but it was also a little bit distracting and hard to focus. So I'm super happy you're here. I love you guys, and I will be back soon. I hope you're doing great. Okay, bye.